An explosive narrative clash is exploding over the high-stakes Alaska talks, with Russia aggressively firing back at the US version of events. Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov has directly blindsided US Secretary of State Marco Rubio's claim that the summit collapsed without a deal, roaring that Washington's own secret proposals were not just presented, but officially locked in and accepted.
When my counterpart, Marco Rubio, says that there were only proposals but no agreement in Alaska, I have to ask the question, what do we mean by an agreement?
Lavrov is blowing the lid off the secret timeline, revealing it started before Alaska when US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff carried a direct blueprint from Donald Trump straight to Moscow. Lavrov claims Vladimir Putin confronted Trump and Rubio in Anchorage, pulling out those exact papers and verifying them point by point in a dramatic face-to-face showdown.
The fact remains, US proposals were discussed and accepted by the Russian side in Alaska.
Lavrov's entire trap hinges on a single, devastating semantic argument. If the White House lays out a settlement plan on the table and the Kremlin says yes, calling it no agreement is a flat-out deception. Moscow is weaponizing this Anchorage exchange, framing it as a concrete, binding political breakthrough rather than a failed chat.
If one side, in this case the US, put its proposals for a settlement on the table for how to approach this crisis, and the other side agreed with these proposals, then saying there was no agreement is a bit disingenuous.
But Rubio is fiercely hitting back. The Secretary of State is drawing a hard line, insisting that while Washington is ready to step up and broker an end to the debilitating conflict, the Kremlin is twisting raw, exploratory proposals into a finalized treaty that simply does not exist.
There was no agreement in Alaska. There was a proposal made in Alaska, but it was never an agreement.
This brutal war of words exposes a massive diplomatic identity crisis. Is the United States backing Ukraine to the end, or actively shifting into a neutral mediator behind closed doors? As both superpowers dig in their heels, the ghost of the Alaska summit has just become the ultimate geopolitical chess match.